we're going to be talking about observation. And I'm going to start it off with the definition of observation. Observation is the action or process of observing something or someone carefully in order to gain information. And there's a couple things about it. It says that why is it important to sometimes sit back and observe? When you're sitting back and observing at the tent, you can kind of like gauge where people's state of minds are and what type of mood they're in, you know, and that way you can choose the proper way to respond to that mood. And we also got observing the day and the time and how you guys are being productive. Yeah. Can we be quiet? Thank you. All right, so observing. I'm observing a whole lot of talking going on right now. All right, let's. I'd like to observe some closed mouths. All right. Okay. So when you're observing, it's not just observing the people around your tent. It's like observing what time of day it is, how productive you've been, and so that way you can start optimizing your day. You can start seeing where you don't get as many sales on a consistent basis during this time and that time. So then you can work in your lunch or whatever your break you need, you know, and it helps maximize your potential. Also observing the impact that you have on people based off of your actions, you know, and that way if you aren't satisfied with the observation that you made, you can make changes in how you present yourself in order to make a better impact.
Let's go, Billy!
Sometimes this world is like crazy fast, always on the go. It's really nice to just kick back and watch. That's half of learning, really, is watching everybody else. I remember up in Vegas. Remember Vegas, Mike?
Yes.
It's because you're sober in Vegas. That's what's up. That's why he remembers it. We're on the high roller, which is this huge roller or Ferris wheel, and we just like it took probably 30-45 minutes to go all the way around just once.
Yeah.
But we got to kick back and just look at everything, like soak it all in, like be appreciative of where we came, which is a pretty awesome deal.
What we did to get where we were.
One thing I've definitely learned in my whole sobriety thing is that I didn't know what I was doing, like you know, the training videos. So I sit back and I watch other people. I saw what that guy wanted or had over there, and I wanted what he had. I saw that guy over there, and so I sit back and I watch them, and basically just did what they did. I learned from them. And then nowadays people are sitting back observing me, and it's kind of a weird scenario because I still don't think I know what I'm doing, but I guess I'm doing more than I thought I was. Observing.
Yeah!
Carlton, when you're out at the tent, how do you practice observation?
Uh-oh. Come on up.
What do you do, Billy?
Well, what I try to do is exactly what he just said. But also I try to observe the people and look at their faces and try to read what they're saying. Because a lot of times when they come to the tent, you know, they're lying. You know what I mean? Especially when I say, wait a minute, didn't I just get you a phone like a couple weeks ago? They're like, oh, no, you never got me a phone. You know, stuff like that.
That's how they sound.
Sometimes.
The ones that come to your tent. But back on what he said, and I learned a lot of this in recovery, it's like, okay, those people over there, they got like 15 years in sobriety. You have like 6 months. And so what I would do, I would listen to them. I do a lot of that here. You guys don't really notice it, but I walk around and just listen to what you guys are saying and picking up what you're saying so I can learn from that. I also notice like when I go to other people's tents, I observe what they're doing and I learn from them. Every single time I go to somebody's tent or somebody comes to mine, I always learn something from them. The last thing I learned was I need to be more happier and more positive.
There you go.
That's what I learned.
Good job, Carlton.
Thank you, Carlton.
Happiness and positivity kind of run hand in hand, huh?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you can't really have one without the other. Rhiannon, what do you think?
How much about being positive?
About observation.
About listening
to the
I'm observing the numbers right now.
Observing the numbers. We got some pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Brett, when are you going to get up here?
A couple of years.
Right now you're observing.
I'm observing.
What have you learned?
Let's go.
I learned I don't like microphones. I've learned a lot. I've learned a whole lot watching all you young guys. The one thing I really enjoy watching is the amount of energy that's put into people's, the way they go out and they set up their tent, or they hit the doors, or drive up on people. It's just, all of that has given me a lot of ideas and energy to do the same.
Hey, Brett, why don't you share the story that you told me this morning that you had about the guy that came to your tent? Because you observed him and then shared some knowledge with that guy, and he came back, right?
Stand up. Wait, never mind.
Shut up. Saturday, I was at the tent getting.
I want you guys to really listen to this story.
And I noticed a young black guy standing by my table for a couple of minutes. I looked to ask if I could help him. He goes, "You don't remember me, do you?" I said, "I remember the face, but not the instance." Well, come to find out, about 7 months ago, he sat in the tent with me for an hour and a half. And I basically just kept asking what his plan is for a year. How you plan on getting there? And how did you get where you're at? And how much higher do you want to get, you know? And so he told me that when he came to my table, he said that he's laid awake that whole night thinking about what we talked about. And he got up in the morning and got himself into detox, and rehab.
Yeah.
And then a sober living. He's got a relationship with his family again. And so he said that he had to come to the tent and tell me thank you.
In Jesus' name. Let's go.
An hour later, two of his sisters came up and thanked me for talking to him that day.
Because sometimes it just takes that other person that's not a family member to reinforce what they've been saying all along. Thank you for sharing that, Brett.
That's what it's about.
All right, now we're going to go to some shout-outs. Over the last couple of days, in number 3, we got number 9. 31 was his total. Good job, Alex. Number 2, we got Justin R. with 34. And number 1, we got Mike with 35. We do have quite a few other 20s in there. I see 25 on Peyton, 24 on James G. We got 26 on Traymar, and 23 with Leela. I also got 26. Hey, let's go. And Xavier, 19, almost hit that 20 mark. Anyone who I didn't call, keep on pushing, guys. You guys are all doing really great.
We also, little birdie told me we got a birthday today. Gabe, stand up. Come on up here.
Today. Who's the bird?
He turned 24. If y'all don't know Gabe, this guy and Danielle have been killing it since they got here. They've been through so many setbacks, and they've come out harder and stronger every time. And that's what we want to see. That's what I'm talking about. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Gabe.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gabe. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
All right, guys. It's hump day. Let's go out. Let's kill it. It's going to be like 78 degrees today. There ain't no excuse not to be out there.